Hi everybody. Today I'm going to show you 3 different techniques to do nail marbling. We're going to feature 3 accent products. We're going to use White On, which has color and top coat built in. We're going to use Black On, which has color and top coat built in. And we're going to use Options Crystal Clear. So we're going to start off with a tip that has been prepped here. It's just been buffed a little bit. And we're going to apply 1 even coat of Accents White On. Don't want to do it too thick, but you can get it on in 1 nice even coat. So we're not going to cure this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take the Accents Black On, and we're going to get the smallest amount on our brush because we want really thin little lines. And because we haven't cured this, it's just going to help our paint to kind of blend in, and it's going to smear itself. So we're doing really thin little lines. You're just barely touching it. And then sometimes I like to take my number 2 brush and I'm just going to pull some of the black down and smudge it around a little bit more. You can fan out your black lines to make them a little bit thicker. And you can also thin it just a little bit on how you move your brush around. When you're doing marbling, there's no right or wrong way to do it. I find that less is more, but you can't really make mistakes because no piece of marble is the same. They're all completely different. There we are. So once you're happy with how your marbling looks, we're going to cure it in our LED light for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to move on to my next one. So on this tip, I've used a coat of White On, and I've cured it already for 30 seconds. So this one here is cured. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a nice thin coat of Crystal Clear on it. We're just gonna pull that over. And we're not gonna cure it. I'm gonna take my little color palette here and I'm gonna put a tiny little drop of my Black On. You don't have to use Black On. You can use paint. You can use Luxio's Noir. I just like to use the Black On because I find it slides around a little bit better. And it's probably because it's already got a coat of shine on built into it, or top coat. So we're just making nice little fine lines. I like to go over my lines just to thin them out a little bit so they're not quite so heavy. And that's really just a preference thing. You can also dirty your brush a little bit so that you get a little bit of gel on the tip of your brush, and then you just drag that color through. So we want thicker lines and we want thinner lines. A little of this goes a very long way. So I'm finding this one here is still a little bit heavy. So I'm just gonna play with it a little bit. I wipe a little bit of the color off on a little piece of paper towel that I've got next to me here, just to clean my brush. There, that's looking so much better already. And because I've used uncured clear coat, you can also turn your design upside down. That just helps the gel to drop forward a little bit. Gives you that nice smudgy look that we're going for. And so there's that one. So I'm going to cure that one in my light for 30 seconds. And the next method that we are going to use, I've prepared a tip with black on. There's actually a little bit of chrome on there as well, but that's okay. So for this design, we're going to use a little dollop of white on. And this time I'm going to fade my lines out using some Prep and Wipe. So I'm going to take my lines we're going to paint them on, and then we're going to take a little bit of our Prep and Wipe and we're just going to kind of smudge it. This makes the color bleed, which is really what we're wanting it to do on here. I find on the black this makes it look more like a lightning effect. This would be actually really cool to do with galaxy nails. You have to move rather quickly because the Prep and Wipe does dry. Once it hits the air, it dries rather quickly. So can you see the effect that has done. I know it gives it a really nice effect, if you can see. So that one is ready to cure. So I'll show you the differences. So this one is the first one that we did, and it was done with wet white on and wet black on. This one was done with crystal clear that was uncured and my black on. And then my last one was done with some black on and white on using Prep and Wipe. So that's 3 different marbling techniques.